Newspaper advertising is a complete and utter waste of time for a estate agency. Well, of course it is if you're going to put a grid of properties in it. I mean, before Rightmove, the only way you could get your properties out there was put a grid of properties in, name across the top, grid of properties, 5x5, 6x6, you name at the bottom. Now, everybody who's looking for properties goes straight to Rightmove or Zoopla. So in reality, what the hell are you spending the money putting your properties into the newspaper for? But is a grid of properties really going to make someone go, wow, I need to use this agent, they're brilliant? Because if you look at most newspaper adverts, they're all the same. Name across the top, grid of properties, telephone number at the bottom. Some agents go and put like little sold by triangles or more wanted. Again, it doesn't work. But what I've found is this. I've got a number of clients who write articles about the local property market. And instead of putting an advert in the newspaper, the clue's in the title, newspaper. You see, when you look at the newspaper, a local newspaper, lots and lots, go onto the internet and see what the circulation figures are. You will be genuinely amazed that between 30 to 40% of households in your town will get a copy of the local newspaper. And what they will do is they will read it. Why do they read it? Because they want to know who's in trouble with the police, where have the council messed up, who's died, who's born, and who's got married. They don't look at the adverts for the double glazing. They don't look at the adverts for the jobs unless they're looking for a job. They don't look at the adverts for plumbers or decorators unless they're looking for a plumber or a decorator. Do they look at the local sports pages? Yes, if they play in the five-a-side team, but if you don't. Do they look at the second-hand cars? No, unless you're looking for a second-hand car. But why does every homeowner look at the estate agency pages? Well, they do it for one reason, because they're looking for houses like their own because they want to know what their house is worth. We're all guilty of it. And what do we give them? All we give them is grids and grids of property. Now, if you haven't got a property that's identical to theirs, they're not interested. But I've got clients who write articles about the local property market and put it into the newspaper. And editors... The editors are putting this in for free. Sometimes, in fact, most of the time, they'll put it in for free because instead of trying to sell yourself and what your firm does and how wonderful you are, you're talking about the local property market. You're giving them content, news that's interesting to the local property market. I mean, I've got clients where if it hasn't been sent by 10 o'clock on a Monday morning, the editor's on the phone saying, "Where the hell is my article?" I mean, this is priceless stuff. How would you like a newspaper editor to be hanging on every single word you say, ringing you up saying, "I need your half-page article this week"? And as you can see from the examples I'm showing you now, this is priceless stuff. And people are naturally attracted to things that interest them. Just talk about the local property market to local people and you will become the most interesting person in the world. That is how advertising should work. And the best bit is, most of the time, it costs nothing. Nothing at all.